guys, it's Kelly, the embroidery nurse. I often get asked how I organize my orders, so I wanted to do a quick video and show you just that. When I get an order, whether it be on Etsy, through my Facebook group, or in any of the other platforms that I sell on, I first and foremost print out my invoice. So I print out my order from Etsy, I print out my orders from PayPal, I print out my orders from Amazon. Wherever you get them, I print my orders out. If I don't print it out, it is lost in la la land. Etsy and Amazon do a really good job of keeping you on track, showing you when your orders are due to ship out. But when you make your own invoices through PayPal, that doesn't occur. So I realized pretty quickly that if I didn't print those out and include them all together, then I was missing something. I would create an invoice and then I would sometimes lose sight of what I had and when I needed to get certain orders out. So what I do, I used to have a 3-ring binder. I've done many different methods, but right now, presently, this is what I do. So these are orders that are specifically waiting on the items to arrive. So, it might be something that I order from one of the vendors that I order from a couple of times a week. And today is one of those days where I actually got 3 different packages, and I'm going to go ahead and start to fill the orders because all of these have been purchased. I've been waiting on them to arrive, and let me show you what I do next. So, for instance, the very first one I have here is a matching Christmas family pajamas. I order mine from Love That Cotton. So I can tell you, let's see, right here, I have the pajamas that came today. So what I'll do is I'll take this order, I'm going to fold it in half, take the pajamas, and I'm going to put them in these amazing little folders. Now, I had seen others doing this, and I thought, you know what, that could really help me in the long run, and it has worked wonders. They're very similar to the things that, you see car dealerships use where they like drop your keys in, but they're thicker than just a file, so it gives it some room to open up just a bit so that you can fit in the clothing item that you're going to embroider. So you can see it gives you, extra room. I'll link all these below so you can see, exactly what I order. And so there you go. I have it just like that. I slide it right in place. So we're going to go through these. I'm still waiting on this pillow to arrive. It has not, so I am sad about that one. So the next I have some ARB dresses. So let's see. I've got a red 18-month, boom. A light blue 18-month, boom. And they were out of navy 18-month, so I bought the navy, I hope, from Blank's Boutique. So there we go. So I have 3 dresses in that order. Just going to fold those over, slide them in, and you really can fit a bunch in here. And then I'm going to fold my printout over. What I like about Etsy and Amazon and Handmade is on here it lists when they're due to ship out. So then I will actually go through here and put them in order. Everything that I'm pulling right now is actually due to go out in the next 2 days. So this is what I'm presently working on. Okay, let's pull some more. I've got a hot pink size 8. I believe I ended up having to get that from Blank's Boutique as well. ARB was out of several sizes, mainly in hot pink and navy. And so the vendors that I use, that I order from twice a week, Love That Cotton, ARB Blanks, and Blank's Boutique. So I have it in there. Just slide it into my folder, or I'm sorry, into my bin. Next I have a hot pink size 6. There we go. This is just a, let's see, this is a big sister dress. So if you notice, I've got 2 of the same dresses, but they're very different items. This is actually a unicorn birthday dress, or it will be, and this is a big sister dress. So it's the exact same dress that I'm purchasing, and I am just personalizing them in a very different way. Next I have a white long sleeve 2T, 2 of those. Those are from Blank's Boutique, so I want to look through. I do keep some in stock, but lately I have not been able to keep my stock up. So I've really been ordering them each, twice a week, which isn't my favorite. I would prefer to have them all in stock, but like I said, I just can't seem to keep them in stock, which I know I need to look into that with the coming up holiday season, since it's, shipping and everything is destined to be an issue. All right, so we'll slide that one in there. But yeah, it just takes a little bit of time, but this is how I pull my orders. This one is a 3-piece set. They wanted the newborn gown, bib, and burp cloth. I think I just saw that. There is, let's see, there's the bib, there's the burp cloth, and there's the gown. Yep, girl version. Okay, so this is the 3-piece set of bib, burp cloth, and gown. I love this one. I haven't had anyone order that one in a while, and I love it. All right, so I'm gonna slide it in there. All right, what's next? We have a size 8 polo shirt and pants. This is, let's see, that is from Love That Cotton. There is the pants. This is such a cute set. So, monogram on the polo, and then we've got the matching pants. Well, not matching, but coordinating pants. I love that one. Love it, love it. So we'll slide that in there. That's a super cute one. And, I love the add-on of the pants because that requires nothing of me, right? Like, I don't do anything personalized to the pants, but it's an add-on, and so I just think I love it. 3T long sleeve shirt. That's a boy's shirt. It's interesting, the color variations of white kind of throws me off sometimes, because just within this one order here, there's a couple of variations of white. All right, so that one's pretty simple. 3P long sleeve shirt. That's a turkey Thanksgiving shirt. I try to be very cognizant of any notes on the orders here as well. This is a good time to be like, oh, they definitely wanted to have it, early, and I'll put it to the front and make sure I get that one out first. I've got an 18-month purple. Is that you, I assume? Just make sure it's a tag. I don't want to assume, and why can't I see it? That's an ARB dress. Yeah, that's just a simple monogram on that one. Super cute. I love that purple. All right, so my bin's filling up pretty quick here, but I want to get through the orders that I definitely need to do. Orange size 2T. ARB dress. That's going to say Go Cougars. I don't even know what team that is. Now we're going to do, oh, this one's cute. It's a matching doll and girls shirt. So this is an 18-inch doll shirt and a matching girls shirt. And let's see, the girls shirt is going to be a size 6. And we're doing short sleeves for that one. So let's see. Size 6. Where are you at? Where are you at? Size 6, short sleeve, and then the cute little doll shirt that match it. That's a really fun one to do. Just super simple but super cute. It's just a monogram or a name that matches on both of them. So cute. That's a really good gift idea too. If you have someone with the 18-inch dolls, which is like the American doll. I think there's some others that might be 18-inch, but that's what that one is, without saying, the American doll on your listing. Okay, so now we've got a big sister and little sister. We're doing a gown for the little sister and a 4T long sleeve for the big sister. So let's see if we can find those. There's 4T. That is folded funny, but that is long sleeve. And then we need a baby gown. That's a boy one. We're doing a girl one. There's the girl one with the ruffle sleeve. So that's a cute big sister, little sister set. All right, so you can see multiple orders that I have more than one item that need to be embroidered. So you might be like, oh, I only have 12 orders to get out tomorrow, but they turn into 20 different things to actually embroider at times. That's frustrating. Okay, we're doing a newborn cap and gown. I don't know if I saw the cap. Uh-oh. I've got the gown right here, but I don't remember seeing the... Oh, look at here. Good thing I hadn't thrown that box away yet, y'all. There it is. It's so light that I almost tossed it with the box. Oh, that would have been awful. Okay, I ended up ordering a bunch of these, and at times I won't have many of them filled. It just depends on what I have going on order-wise. So, let's see. These are still the ones that have to get out, so I'm like, oh. Stressing me out. Okay, and then I have my sample applique of the month club. Those need to go out as well. And so I'm going to show you a little bit more about what I do with that. The rest are for later on next week, so I don't have to worry about getting all of these. I'm not going to worry about getting all those set up yet because I'm going to show you what I do next. Okay, so for my surprise applique of the month club, I need a 5T. These should all be long sleeve, and I think, yeah, here we go. So what I actually do next is I'll go to Embroidery Essentials. I'll link that below. That's the software I use for all of my embroidery. And I will design in Embroidery exactly what, you know, needs to be made for the day. So I will sit down and do that all at one time. And then what I do, so take for instance this one. This is a 5T Thanksgiving shirt. And this one is for Olivia. I print out all my designs. So I will save them to my USB and then I print them out. And so what I'll do next is I'll find Olivia's. This is what's going to be on Olivia's shirt. Can you see that precious, precious, precious heart turkey? I'm so excited to do this one. I'm adding this new, and I'll link it below, but I think it's precious, all the different colors that it's going to be. So after I print out the design from Embroidery, I will fold this, and I will actually put this in with the design. So that's like the next step. So I will literally... Where is my bin? This bin represents the things that I already have. Not that though. That I've already printed off the designs, and these are ready to stitch. So I can grab these. And ultimately, before the day ends, all of these will be ready to stitch. So I literally just come grab it and then boom, work it out on my machine. If I can do them all quickly like that and not have to stop and, you know, do one section and then another section, things really go so much faster. So again, let's see. I've got Graham. This is another new one that I'm adding. He wears a 4T. So I'll take his, I'm going to fold it over just like we were doing. We'll stick it in the bag, and then I'm going to use the printout. I've already designed his. I just did this earlier. So y'all, how cute is that going to be? A football turkey for Graham. So what I do is then I fold this over and I put it in with that bag. So everything is ready to go. You can even take it the one next level if you want. You can take this, go ahead and find the fabric that you're going to use, go ahead and put Heat and Bond Light on, and then go ahead and put all of the fabric pieces in here as well. So that's one way to even do, you know, one more step. If you've got the time to do that, then that's awesome, because then you literally just pull it out and put it on the machine. What I like to do, let me do these last three because we've got Madison, which is a turkey, which is size 6. Here we go. That way I know I'm done. with this section. And then Emma, excuse me, is a size 8. And we're gonna stick her in. So I could continue to go through my orders and pull them. And I probably will do that, but I'm in a little crunch to get some of these started because I need to get them out. So I'm just gonna work on these. So then what I like to do, since I've got them all in their bins already, like I said, I'm going to go and work on Embrilliance and make sure I have all of the designs ready to go on the USB where I can move them between my machines. And I will save them. I use a Racoma, which uses DST, and I have a Baby Lock, 2 of those that use PES. So I will actually save every file as a DST and a PES file on the same USB, and then I can just move it around as needed. Because once a design starts, you can pull that USB out. It doesn't matter. It's not going to affect it. It's already in the machine. So I'm able to just save it on one and move it around between the machines, and it just helps the flow a lot. I don't have to figure out which USB port or USB drive did I put this on. I just put it on one, and I'll clean them out as needed, just so there's not too much on there. But what I was going to say is I will look through these, since all of these I have to complete today and tomorrow, between today and tomorrow, and try to get out the door by Saturday. I will go through and I'll pick like-minded, designs. So if it's just a simple monogram, I will set one machine up to do just simple monograms. If it's appliques, I would generally do one machine with appliques, and then I will literally go through the appliques that I have and see if those are like versions of the same thing. If they are, that way I don't have to continually change the colors out on the machine. So for instance, these turkeys that I'm going to do for my applique group, I know I'll do those all in order because I won't have to touch the colors on the machine. But then when I switch over to do a unicorn, I'll change a few of the colors to match what's needed for that, and then I'll make sure and see, do I have any other unicorns to do? And if so, I'll work that out so that I'm making more sense of my machines and I'm able to have a better flow. I hope this helps to show you how I organize my orders. There's a million ways to do it, but this has really been a successful way for me. And any way that I can organize a little bit better certainly helps me be more efficient. And we all know time is money, so this has been proven to be a great addition. I will link these below. I hope you find them helpful. And you guys, happy stitching!